Welcome again to another episode of Late Night Parents. I am Ted Hicks. To my left is none other than Richie V.
What's going on, Teddy Ted?
Nothing. A lot going on. A little late start tonight, but hopefully we'll pull through with a 50-minute show.
We'll be all right. Better late than ever. That's what I always say.
But it must be mistake-free.
Error-free? Well, no. We don't make mistakes.
Okay.
We just make correctable incidents.
Okay. I'll go with it. Big shout out to our friends at Cyberstation USA in Boston.
Boston, hey. What's going on, Boston? How y'all doing?
And also our friends at the Underground, the under.us in Kansas City, Missouri, that air the show, one of our affiliates. But we want to give a big shout out to WGBB 1240 AM 95.9 FM. That's our home base. Okay, I think the show's done.
That's it. Thanks for everyone. Have a good week. Nope. I think there's about another 51 minutes.
51 minutes to go. So, lots to cover. I think we're going unscripted tonight, Richie V.
That works for me.
I think the last 3 or 4 shows have been unscripted.
They have been.
I think that's good sometime.
Well, you know, when we need to have a little bit of a script just to follow to keep us on the right path and for timing purposes. Yeah, a little structure is always good.
It's always good.
It's also fun when we just wing it. So
yeah, it's really good. Also, we honor those who have served our country.
Yep. Thank you, veterans. Thank you, those who have served, and the parents and children, and everyone involved.
And those who are also currently serving. We appreciate you. And I went to a couple of events today, which I'll get into in segment 2 and 3.
Okay.
Where, of course, as always, we honor the veterans.
All right.
You know. But we'll get right into it. Our best ways to follow the show is latenightparents.com. You can also find Richie V at Late Night Rich and myself at The Real Ted Hicks. But we have a special guest tonight who's in the queue already. Our good friend, well, our new friend to the room, Jacob Moshinsky, CEO of the Jabber product, the Monkey Jabber product.
All right.
And it kind of takes us to a situation, before we bring Jacob in, where I'll share, I think I've shared a lot of situations with you, Rich.
Yes, you have.
Over the years.
Yes.
But I was in Carl Place, New York.
All right.
Okay. I was at the Izod store.
All right. Glen Cove Road?
Glen Cove Road.
Okay.
All right. I'm in there with my son.
Okay.
I think he was about 4 years old.
Okay.
So I walk into the store. We're in there. I get so caught up with the sales.
Right.
I'm telling on myself right now. Hopefully my wife isn't listening. Okay?
I'm sure that she's already quite aware of this.
I think she's already aware of it too. But the story I have to share is, so I'm in the store. One way in the store, one way out the store.
Right.
Okay? I blink my eyes. Mm-hmm. I'm at that rack where you're seeing like the two fur or whatever, the latest Izods. And, I like to consider myself an avid golfer, even though I go like once every couple of years.
That's like me, even less frequently.
I'm in the rack, and then I said, wait a minute. Where is he?
Dun, dun, dun.
And I look around. Couldn't find him.
Nowhere to be seen.
About to shut down the store.
And you said he's about 4.
He's about 4.
Okay, could be anywhere.
He's hiding under one of the clothes racks.
Wait, so how long did you start how long was it that you searched for him before you located him?
It was about roughly about a minute and a half.
And it seemed like it was about an hour and 30
Of course. As I told the customer service rec, close that door.
Yep.
I'm not sure what's going on. I can't find my little guy.
Yep. Good.
There was a panic.
Mm-hmm.
My heart started racing.
Uh-huh.
All the above. And last week, I kind of fast forward to last week. And I said, I received an email from a marketing firm about, it just said new family gadget.
Okay.
A new safety gadget that is in the works that gives parents peace of mind and allowing young children the opportunity to learn independence. I thought I might have a fit for this cool find, and it's about the monkey jabber.
All right.
So with that lead-in, we'd like to welcome our friend, inventor, Jacob Moshinsky. Jacob, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, Jacob. Thanks for joining us tonight.
The story that I just gave is the story of any parent in any situation, Jacob. Love for you to share your story on your invention, how it came about, the inception of it, and where you plan to take the product.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you very much for sharing your story. I think what you've shared is something that happened to me as well in a different situation, being around an amusement park, turning around, with two kids by myself, and, blink of an eye, one kid goes to the washroom, he goes in there, I swear I'm standing by the door waiting to come out, and doesn't come out, and I have to go searching around, losing my stomach churns, fighting, calling security, engaging parents. Long story, comes out another exit that there's in the washroom. Who knew? But anyways, that's where my idea sort of came about, that I need something to, A, locate my kids, and B, be able to communicate with them, and lastly, in case there's an emergency, that they can also locate me via walkie-talkie. So that's where I came out of the Jabber product you're mentioning. It's a kid's GPS walkie-talkie watch that allows them to have walkie-talkie conversations with us, but also, be able to, us as parents, locate them so we know where they are. At the end of the day, I think that's the biggest thing that I needed to happen. I don't want that story to happen to you again and to other parents, and the story that happened to me again. So that's why I created this new Jabber device, a watch that I'm launching. I'll be doing a pre-sales launch coming up starting on Wednesday from the Indiegogo website. You can follow through monkeyjabber.com. And the whole purpose of this is to really get my prototype that I already have in my head, so my kids love to play with from outside the house. And they can, have the freedom and independence that they need. And me as a parent, I know that they're okay what they're doing. And if I need to track them, I just turn on my phone, unlock it, and boom, I see where they are on my parents' Jabber application, and I know they're safe. And to me, having kids who are safe and being able to keep them safe through the Jabber is the ultimate purpose of why I developed this new gadget for them.
So that I also have children, and mine were at that age at one time. They're all in their 20s now. But so in development of this product, so you mentioned that it works along with your phone. So on the phone, on the app, are you iOS and Android at this time, or planning to be both? Or what products are you supporting right now?
Yeah, so let me just make sure I explain this correctly for everybody. The watch itself is an independent watch, so it requires a small monthly subscription to use the data of the GPS and the unlimited walkie-talkie. So it's a one-time purchase for the watch plus the small monthly fee. But the parents' application, as you're mentioning, that's available on both Android and iOS, and the parents don't have to pay an additional anything to download or to continue using it for themselves. So the whole purpose is you're paying for a small peace of mind to keep the kids safe at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, what happens is it's available on both the Android and the iOS stores. Will be available in the near future for them to download once they have the watch in their hands, and they can keep track of them, communicate with them, set up group conversations with them, so they can have the mom, the dad, and the two kids or the three kids have group conversations via walkie-talkie, or they can have group conversations among their friends. And as a parent, you on the application, you authorize whether it's Jason or whether it's Jim or whether it's the other kid in the playground, and they're always playing together. They can all have conversations with each other, and the kids love it as well. At least my kids do, and the beta testers that we've had, because they can have fun walkie-talkie conversations with each other, and they don't have to worry about always being in the small little close range that there always are. I'm not sure if you remember I'm not sure if you had a walkie-talkie when you were a kid, but I did, and I used to have like a hand-me-down one, but it was fantastic. I used to go to a park and play around with everybody, but then, they go to the other end of the park, and I'm like, I couldn't hear anything.
Yes,
and that's why I said, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I remember those days. I also had a walkie-talkie, and I'll go with CB radio as well. So I totally know what you mean about the enjoyment of having the communications with your friends, with them not sitting 5 feet away from you. So tell me more about the watch itself. So with the walkie-talkie communications, is this via a speaker built into the device? Is it also through headphones? Is there a headphone jack, or is it Bluetooth? Tell me a little more about that.
Yeah, sure. So very simple. It's got the GPS built into it. It's got the SIM card capabilities and stuff for the data. It's got the ability, the watch itself also has a walkie-talkie for speaker and a microphone. So it allows the parents to talk with each other, and the kids can listen to them and hear them. They also get an initial incoming loud beep notifying them as an incoming walkie-talkie call for them. And the watch itself also has the ability to send messages, so the parents can send, hey, remember to stop by stop by your friend's house and pick up your sweater you forgot there the other day when you had a play date. Or they, for some reason, that's because of the GPS, the parents can also set what we call the school zone. So if the kid is, starting to walk home by himself and be more independent, depending on their age, the kids, if the kid accidentally starts walking a different direction versus the direction of, instead of coming home, they're going to Johnny's house. Well, hey, you immediately get notified on your smartphone that he's left the school zone area, he's left a specific zone area. So that way you can actually notify them. You get notified, you can say, hey, where are you going? You're not coming home. And it's got a long battery life to make sure it can last, for a full day of the kids' usage, the kids playing with each other. Lots of colors on the wristbands to make sure it's fun for them to use. And I think something else which is also important is, as a parent, is we know we all love gadgets and kids love gadgets, but when they're in class, we call the as part of our school zone monitor, we not only it's only the geolocation, but we also allow them to set it to have a specific setting that they only allow SOS calls during regular class hours, or only and it allows it to open up the conversations of walkie-talkie during lunchtime. That way, the parents don't have to worry about their phones being confiscated or being taken to left on their lockers or left the front of the room, or in their desk drawer, or whatever it may be. This way, the kids have their watch on them at all times, and at the same time, as a parent, that they're safe, and they can still make those emergency SOS calls. And the last part I was mentioning to SOS, it's got an external SOS button that the kids can press in case of an emergency. Let's say the kid falls on the playground and falls, he gets hurt. He can press the walkie-talkie. He goes, Mom, Dad, I hurt my ankle, I hurt my wrist. Or Johnny's here beside me. He also hurt himself. I don't know what to do. And that's why, as a parent, you can have that instant two-way walkie-talkie conversation with them, and B, exactly where they are within a short radius. And I think that's overall, that's what the Jabra, the watch, is doing right now.
Jacob, this is Ted. Where do you plan for the Jabra to be, let's say, in the next 6 to 12 months? What do you envision for this product?
I envision the product to be the number one kids safety watch that's available in market. And my intention is to have the watch being sold, and not only through traditional retailers, but also through the cell phone carriers like the AT&Ts and the Verizon. I know I'm based in Canada, but my contacts and my interest is already there. And there's a lot of opportunities for me to go into those channels, because that's what I call the immediate and the fastest channel to get to market. And I already have the relations with some of those people, and I want to build on that to make sure that every kid can be safe, and parents can come back and say, hey, I have the Jabra. In 6 months, you'll get the Jabra from now, and you'll have it in your hands. You'll say, wow, this is a really great peace of mind for me. I really like it. Or the kids are traveling to Disney, or they're traveling to Universal, whatever it may be. They know, we all turn around, and, as a kid could go, take a look at the Mickey, or take a look at the latest Back to the Future toy that's out there. Mm-hmm. And we know exactly where they are, and I think that's what I want it to be. I want it to be known as the kids' number one safety watch that keeps kids safe at the end of the day, and the parents gives them the peace of mind that they need.
Hey, just as a follow-up question, any plans to extend the Jabber to as a mobile app? So let's just say, hey, I don't, or the battery on my Jabber watch is running dead. I mean, is running low, and I also have the app on my iPad where I can extend that service.
In terms of pairing at your meeting, there's something to think about. I know right now we do have what we call a low battery indicator.
Okay.
So if it gets below X percentage, the parents are automatically notified that both on the Jabber watch itself and on the parents' application, you're both notified you have a low battery. So it's a very valid point. You can tell, hey, I need you to put into low battery mode, and and you can tell the child, hey, I need you to charge this now, especially if you're at Johnny's house and you can charge it right away. It's a fast charge as well. And what's great about it is we're making it water resistant and working to make even more than what it already is, and making it to be a latest technology. But at the end of the day, I want this to be fun for kids.
Sure.
If you don't make it fun for them, that watch is going to go off their hands very quickly.
Very, very true. I guess I have one more question, and this is regarding the app, and I think it may be related to what Ted was asking. Is there any app-to-app communication option? So let's just say, you have a child that's maybe a little bit older, just a little, and, you've given them a phone. If they have the app on their phone, can they communicate to their parents with the app on their mobile device? Or vice versa?
Yes, absolutely. So that's part of the existing technology that they're allowed to have the kids and the parents and the siblings all have a group conversation or have individual conversations with each other. So that's part of the existing functionalities of it right now, and we do have that as part of the current technology.
Got it. Thank you.
Very nice, Jacob. We want to thank you for spending some time this evening and talking about the Jabber and telling us, best practices for the product. So it's going to be available shortly. If I'm interested in purchasing it, where should I go? What should I do?
Just log on to my website, monkeijabber.com, MONKJABBER.com. And you can either, if you sign up before midnight, you get a chance of winning a couple watches I'll be giving away as part of the first launch. And two, you just follow us through there, and you'll be able to redirect it to the crowdfunding website where we'll be launching the pre-sales for 30 days, starting this Wednesday at 11 a.m. your time.
Perfect. Jacob Moshinsky, want to thank you so much for joining us, and we will definitely be in touch with you.
Awesome. I look forward, and thank you guys to both of you for having me, and your guests on who are listening. I appreciate all the other time that they've taken to listen to me. So thank you again.
No problem. Thank you, Jacob, and good luck with the product.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Take care.
You too. That's a pretty interesting sounding product there. One of those things that, sure, when I had little kids,
right,
something gets to tag on them, be like, all right, when this one runs away,
yes,
and it's hiding somewhere, hiding
right
behind the trees, or hiding, you have a way of contacting them and tracking exactly where they are. And just knowing, even when there's not a situation like that, just knowing that throughout the day, you have, an immediate way of contacting and locating where your child is. That's pretty good.
And I think the product is set for those children that are just not ready yet to receive a phone.
Right, because it would be a watch, exactly.
Right.
You would figure the
just
older
not ready yet
to
receive a phone.
Yep.
So they're pre-10.
That's what I was thinking as well. Yeah.
So you're in contact with them. The one thing I didn't ask, or when I stepped out, does it have a texting feature?
Good question. I didn't ask that one.
We'll follow up with that. But pretty good product. As we go through the line, this is Late Night Parents. You can contact us at, you can go to our website, latenightparents.com, or you can follow Richie V on Twitter as Late Night Rich. He's a great follow with myriad of stuff that he tweets about.
A little of everything.
A little bit of everything. Rich wanted to talk to you. There's a couple of things. One of them was the story that came up this past week, about the fidget spinners.
You know, I fully and thoroughly and completely admit that. I guess we could already say that's pretty much a passing fad. We're on the tail end of that. I didn't get that fad at all.
They were the hottest thing
for about 2 weeks.
Maybe three.
Maybe three. Okay.
Maybe three.
I didn't get that. But, I mean, sure, kids played with them. At least it doesn't sound like they were dangerous. We didn't hear anything coming out about, fidget spinners blowing up on airplanes.
No.
Or children knocking themselves in the head with them or choking on them or anything like that. But it looks like we might have found out that some of them might have been made with some dangerous materials.
Yes. Not only that, but I think Target was the first store or provider to remove them.
Yep.
From their national chain. Well, off their website.
Right. First it was off the website. This is according to sources. First they pulled them off the website because they found high levels of lead.
Yes.
And then they've pulled them off the store shelves now.
Finally.
Now, here's the thing that I kind of found interesting, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I heard some about this on the news. The levels of lead that they found were deemed dangerous for children, but it would have been, okay for adults.
Right.
Or passable for adults.
Right.
I'd rather not have the lead either way, personally.
No, I just think, number one, like you said, it was a fad. And I remember, I'm a terrible parent because I purchased.
You're a great parent.
My son a fidget spinner.
I didn't see anything wrong with the things.
I purchased several of them. I'm beating myself up right now.
He'll never be able to say, I didn't have one.
Yes, we had one, we had two, we had three. And now I can throw them in the garbage.
Yes, you can. And this is how I know that my kids are all beyond a certain age. There were no fidget spinners in the house.
Very good.
Even the youngest one didn't even think about it, I guess. Or maybe he had them
good.
hidden somewhere and I just didn't know about it.
Very good. The other topic that we had on LateNightParents.com this week, there's two other items that I want us to spend kind of like quick hits that we can talk about in this rapid fire section is the 2017 top U.S. subscription over-the-top video services.
Now, I could guess on the first one. And it has to be Netflix.
Yes.
Okay. That makes total sense.
And Amazon runs the world.
Amazon runs the world and is the number 2 video service.
And Hulu, which it seems like all the legacy networks have invested into it.
Right.
So that's number 3.
Okay.
MLB TV.
Number 4, MLB TV. Interesting.
Well, people love baseball.
Good point.
And the median age of baseball lovers, 53 years old.
That's not a good thing for baseball.
No, it's not a good thing for baseball at all. At all. It's aging out.
Wow.
It's aging out. It's the millennials don't want to be bothered. Number 5,
HBO Now.
One of your favorite networks.
Absolutely.
Number 6, I guess they are. It's because of the show Power.
Yep, it's got to be
Stars.
And look at number 7. Newcomer, YouTube Red, in the top 10 subscription in the U.S. Wow. Okay.
Have you ever done a trial subscription with YouTube Red? I haven't.
I have not. Nope.
I haven't either. It's just one of those things where I'm like, no thanks. I always opt out. No thanks.
I have Netflix.
Yeah, I have Netflix, and I just want to watch this video for free.
Right.
So yes, even us old folks even take the millennial route sometimes and say we don't want to pay for it. Showtime. The scripted shows on Showtime are pretty good.
They are.
Billions
is the show, and that is probably why Showtime is there, because of Billions. They've always been like the edgy HBO.
Yes.
They've been a little more risque all along. They've been the ones that have been out there. So, it makes sense.
But not at the level of Skinamax.
No. Never Skinamax.
Not at that level.
No.
CBS All Access.
Okay, well, I wonder.
It's kind of interesting. There's
Something
Enterprise.
sports related, maybe.
Star Trek is on there.
Right. Yeah, that maybe I would be curious to see. When these numbers came out.
The Good Fight.
Never watched it.
Their CBS All Access is type of network where standard shows that would be on CBS, you can pull it up through that app.
Okay.
And then scripted shows strictly made for the digital package
Are there?
are there.
Are they just trying to make a play to create their own online subscription service and generate? Because is Star Trek available on only CBS All Access?
If you're in the U.S.,
Yeah, I am.
yes. If you're in the U.S.
That's what I thought.
If you're outside of the U.S., which we are not, so if you were in Canada or the U.K.,
Yep.
Even though we have people that listen to the show in Canada and UK, it's available on Netflix.
Okay.
That's where it gets a little tricky.
Yes, it does.
And it's going, once the season is done, it's going straight to Netflix.
Okay. Well, I'm all right with that then.
Okay?
They may not be, but I'm all right with that.
Number 10, Sling TV.
Sling TV as an independent service.
I don't even know what to say.
You and me both, because the only thing I ever thought about for Sling TV was if you were a person who had a Sling box and you were streaming your own whatever was on your DVR at home or the live broadcast that you could tunnel through and use the app and watch it wherever you are. Does Sling TV have its own content?
Not yet, probably, but I'm sure they're partnering up with maybe what's that? With Spotify or someone. They have to be.
Could be.
They have to be. I'm hoping. But
now, see, when I look at that list, I say, okay, Netflix stays.
Yes,
for sure. Amazon Videos stays. I don't know. Hulu.
I don't know about Hulu. I don't even know about what's coming out for the spring, ESPN Plus.
Right.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the Disney streaming service.
They're banking on Star Wars and Marvel.
Yeah.
To create enough content for a channel.
I don't even know about all that stuff. If I'll even need that.
Right.
I mean, it's like what we say every week. We'll pay for Netflix.
Yep.
We are Amazon Prime users.
We're paying for Amazon Prime.
Paying
so we're
for
paying
Amazon
for Amazon
Prime.
Video.
I'm not paying for a third service.
That's the same situation I'm in. You get the HBO Now version because I have HBO through my cable subscription, and that also includes Stars and Showtime. But those are all included in that huge bill I get every month from my cable provider. To add another service, I'm in the same boat. It's like, no, I'm not doing that now. This is enough. But then again, I'm still not at that point where I am a high streaming service user. Okay. I still like a lot of over-the-air cable TV and cable TV content. So I'm just not there yet.
Same here. It's. I'm kind of almost at the point where I'm hoping there's this bubble happens where some of these digital subscription services start to consume each other.
Right. Apple buys 2 or 3 of them.
Right.
Consolidate there.
And just makes everything through the Apple Music app.
Right.
But it's kind of funny if you are watching a scripted TV show on Apple Music. Something just doesn't seem right about that.
So then it becomes some more content for Apple TV?
Okay. All right. I'll roll with it.
That kind of, I can see them going that route. Because, for Apple it makes sense, I would think. And speaking of Apple, I had a very, very good experience with them this week.
Oh, you did?
Yep. Service, very good. One of those things you can't complain about. Apple, warranties, and if you buy extended warranties, which I did not, by the way. No. But my, I have the wireless Beats.
Okay.
Very good. One of the better sounding sets of headphones, especially for the wireless side of them. And the other morning, last week, not just a week ago, basically. I put them on, go into work. They were great. Put them back on to head home. No audio.
You said it was just about a week ago?
Just about a week ago. Almost. It was last Monday.
Oh, my goodness.
And no audio. Mess around with the buttons, go online, the whole reset thing, no good.
Okay.
So go to my local Apple store that night, walked in, had to wait an hour and a half for an appointment, so I went back home. They texted me, go back in, give it to the gentleman. He says, how you doing, Rich? Let's look at those. Looks up the serial number. Says, oh yeah, these were sold and sold in that date, and so you probably bought them like a month later. Yep, they're covered under warranty. We'll send them back. And 3 days later, I get a text. Your headphones are here waiting for you.
Okay.
Go pick them up. They replaced them under warranty, and I walk out with perfectly working headphones again.
A full replace, like a swap, or was it fixed?
Replaced.
Okay.
New headphones.
New set of headphones. All right. They
can't complain.
Do it well.
They did it right. No complaints. No if, no. And he's like, all right. And since it looks like the warranty is going to expire soon, but you get another 90 days from the date of this service. So just in case anything goes wrong, you're still covered.
Okay.
So way to go, Apple. Thank you very much.
Like, I had a interaction with them several years ago, and it was similar because they understand customer service.
Yes, that's true.
There's a reason why when you're in any mall across America and you walk by that store and it's jam-packed. Whether it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
There's a reason why. And they get it, and that's good. They get good service. Wanted to share with you, today was, and wearing my Hempstead Raiders sweatshirt.
I noticed.
Today was the last game of the season.
Wow, that was a quick, 7-game season?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was actually 8 weeks.
Okay.
They gave you a bye week, and the team lost today 31-30 and overtime.
Oh, wow, okay.
So football season is done. My son had a really great experience.
Good, and this was his first year.
His first year.
Right, okay, good.
It was about safety. It was about, what do I say? It was about
sportsmanship.
The camaraderie amongst the teammates. Learning new people, learning to meet new people, learning the rules, listening attentively. It was great because, and I will say this much. The team is 11 and 12-year-olds.
Right.
He's 10.
Right. Okay.
So, did he get everything right? No.
Of course not. But it was his first year.
Yeah, it was his first year. We had a good experience. And, it ended well. There was a pizza party. There was
Nice.
all this other stuff. So, really happy about that. And for what I know right now, yes, he will be playing next year.
Okay.
Some of the trepidation that I had leading into this, because, it's in front of you. You see it.
You see it, yes.
And did I see some questionable hits this year?
Of course.
Of course I did.
Do you think they were intentional questionable hits?
Maybe one or two.
Okay.
Maybe one or two. Because I saw it a couple of times get heated.
Right, okay.
And where the coaches came out there was like, okay, let's take it down a notch.
Well, that's part of the game, and that's part of the learning experience.
Right. I saw that. So, from that viewpoint, that was good. We will see for next season.
Right.
We got a lot of stuff to do this off-season conditioning, stuff we're going to do with the Raiders. We're going to have some of the coaches in the next couple of weeks. Okay. They're going to join us. Either they'll join us here or maybe at the top of the new year.
That'll be good.
You
You're
know?
very welcome to have them come on. Sure.
Have them come on, and really, I definitely one that I want to have come on, but I might want to have a couple of them come on because there's some characters.
Okay.
There's some characters, but they have a lot of character because they were out there leading young men and trying to help them do the right thing and explaining to them, right from wrong. I stopped by this afternoon, the Nassau Coliseum.
Last night's boxing match?
No, today Long Island Nets.
Oh, they were out there today?
Yes. They played a game and they won. They beat the Grand Rapid team.
Okay.
And we're going to have the VP of Business Ops on shortly.
Nice.
Next couple of upcoming weeks. Got a great arena.
Mm-hmm.
Nice product.
Mm-hmm.
Family-friendly type event. Rich, there was no one there. I don't even think 2,000 people were there.
Really?
I'm serious.
Well, I don't think they're really selling it yet.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
I can't think of seeing any commercials, even on the local channels like News 12, where you would expect to see things like that.
Right.
I can't think of seeing any commercials for Long Island that's playing like you do for some of the baseball teams like the Ducks.
Right.
They advertise.
I don't get it.
Maybe they just
it's new.
still looking for a way.
It's new. It just started. There's been maybe 3 home games
right
at all. This is
this
the
is
first
it. So that maybe that explains it.
Yeah, it really hasn't caught on yet, but great arena, great seats. Last week when I went, I paid for it.
Right.
This week when I went, they were comped.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
I think this week we're going to WNYC Studios.
Is that this week?
I think it's this week. I think it's Thursday.
Okay.
11 a.m. WNYC Studios in New York. We will be there hopefully to record a podcast.
That would be very interesting.
But I think this one we're going to be viewing a podcast.
I like to see the studio.
Yeah, I like to see it too. I really like to see it too. What else is just out there?
So did you receive the Netflix cancellation email? Did you get a copy of that scam?
I did not.
Neither did I.
I did not.
But millions of people did. And, this, again, how many times we've had conversations around security, email security, spam, phishing emails, things like that. I would like, it would be interesting just to see what this email looked like and if it had any of the telltale signs of your typical phishing scam. But, it goes to show you that nothing is safe, nothing is sacred. And, one, how did they get a copy of the email list?
That's true.
That's the biggest thing right there. I'm less concerned that it went out with more like how'd they get my email, knowing that how did they know that I was a Netflix subscriber?
Yes. And supposedly the scam, which was detected last week, nearly targeted 110 million subscribers. So how do you like that?
Again, so now are these people that now have to change passwords again everywhere? You just went through this for how many other services and how many other break-ins?
I would think so. According to the tech firm MailGuard, it took a screenshot of the scam email, basically in the subject line, your suspension notification, and it included a link where a subscriber is taken to a fake Netflix page, which requires their login information, as well as
credit card number.
A credit card number. How you like that? How many people do you think fell for it?
It went out to 110 million?
It went out to 110 million.
I like to say it'd be 10 million, but probably more. Honestly, I bet you like 25%. It depends on how it looked, but probably 20% clicked on the link. Did you have any numbers?
I do not have any numbers. I I guess after the show, I'll tweet something out after I find out. But the fake site included the Netflix logo as well as the popular shows The Crown. I haven't seen any episodes of The Crown. Have you?
Neither have I.
And House of Cards.
Won't be seeing that anymore, will we?
We won't be seeing that anymore either. But people with accounts should remain vigilant for these bogus suspension emails to avoid getting their personal information compromised. It seems like we keep saying the same stories over and over.
It's the sign of the times. People are there are attempted hacks going on all of the time, attempted email phishing scams, and people are getting caught. But again, like we just said, how'd they get the email addresses in the first place?
How did they get that in the first place? That's crazy.
That's the one. 110.
110. Hey, are you psyched for Justice League? Be
Psyched.
truthful. I can tell you that you're psyched.
I'm not psyched. I'm interested, though. And the only reason I'm interested is because of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was much better than I was expecting. Far exceeded my expectations. I enjoyed Wonder Woman. You know, the Batman movies have been fine. I really have no complaints about the Batman movies. And I'll even go so far as to say I'm okay with the Superman movies.
Okay.
You know, well, the last, couple in this generation. But I worry when I look at Aquaman. No.
No?
And all right, I know you're a big Flash fan.
Mm-hmm.
And the show is very popular on TV, and I guess they're doing crossover and everything else. So there's a little bit of leeway there. Cyborg, I'm also I'm more enthused about Cyborg than I am about Aquaman.
You know who I would have loved to play Cyborg?
Who?
Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Jackson. Oh,
50 Cent.
Yeah.
I would have
50.
loved for a grittier.
50 could have been okay, but see, I don't know anything about that.
He would have
character.
needed to be clean shaven for it.
Well, yeah.
Because, here's this guy, he's a college kid, and...
Is that the background story for Cyborg?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. I would have loved to see Curtis Jackson as a gritty cyborg. Just like, just PO'd.
All the time.
All the time. It's just like, this is my life?
Okay. But now, since we're going down that route, what I am excited about, Black Panther. Have you seen the previews for Black Panther?
Oh, of course.
The only worry I have is this is going to be a really busy movie. It looks like it is going to be stunt on top of stunt on top of action, inside of action on top of explosion. Of course. Back to back to back to back to back.
Of course.
But it looks like it's going to be great. So I know you're excited about Justice League.
I'm excited about Justice League, and to segue slightly, I'm excited about Gal Gadot. You know why?
Well,
not? there's a lot to be excited about her, but not per se her looks or the fact that she's taking a stand. Mm-hmm. Brett Ratner's company financed Wonder Woman, and you know what she said?
What?
For her to sign off on the sequel, I want him out 100%. He's not financing anything.
Way to go, Gal.
I want him bought out.
Wow.
If not, no sequel.
Wow. Good for her. Good for her. And considering, all the names that have been coming out in the last week or so, I don't think she'll have any problem putting that together.
No, not at all. And I think Warner Brothers is probably working on it right now.
Yeah, they're probably like, thank you for saying it before we did.
Yes.
So
totally.
That's awesome. Looking forward to that movie then when it comes out. Saw Thor Ragnarok.
That's good. That
was good. Great movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Went on such a different tangent than any other comic book storyline themed film. Totally surprised me. Great movie. Great movie. So I'm good for that.
I want to close the show with something serious. Roy Moore. When I say the name, gentleman who's running for that open Alabama Senate candidate for Jeff Sessions' old seat.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is some disturbing stuff that's going out. And I'm not sure if it's, you're sitting here and you think immediately, oh, this is the media, this is the spin. But you have people coming out stating that this, then 30-plus-year-old man was at the high schools and hanging out and asking to parents if they would allow him to date their teenage daughters.
What?
Yes. And he was on Sean Hannity on last week. Sean Hannity asked him, is there any validity in the fact that there's a rumor out there that you like to date young girls? And he was like, generally, no. First of all,
you caught me off guard with that response.
He's an attorney.
He's a judge, isn't he?
Yes. Generally,
no.
Not.
But once in a while, yeah, okay. That is.
I don't know. It's scary because.
But so, obviously, it all ties into again what's been going on with Holly Weird and everyone getting caught and people coming out of the woodwork. There, is this going to be the beginning of the next wave? Let it start coming out now about politicians.
Yes. I think that. I think also the music industry is hot.
Yep.
Next up in the queue has to be.
I mean, it's good that it's coming to light, but it's a shame that it all happened in the first place.
It is, but that's why it's always said in any word that you have read, you don't idolize these people.
Right. That's true.
You can't put them on pedestals.
That's true. They are just humans like you and I.
I'm standing on a train every day, and I'm standing there saying, why is this person staring at me? Do they know that I'm on a show on 12:40 a.m. WGBB with Rich Valdez?
For that one day when someone walks up to you in the middle of the downtown number 3 train getting on at 34th Street and says, are you Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents?
I'm telling you. Do you co-host a show with Rich Valdez? I'm like, yes.
With that guy?
Yes. It's I.
It was I.
But we're taking the lighter approach. This stuff is totally disgusting. It hurts as you see people that you used to like.
And you just want to say, no, it can't be true.
No, it can't be true.
Who's taking the huge fall now? Louis C.K. And he's not even trying to fight it. He's like,
it's true.
It's true.
It's all true.
It's all true. I was like,
Scary times.
It is.
Very scary times. I'm not even sure what to say anymore. And it's kind of like, you open Twitter and I know for me, I just look to see who's trending.
Right.
Who's been outed.
Who's been outed now. Yeah.
It's sad times. Sad times, but at least the one thing we do have is we do have the show.
Yeah, no, but we do. And hopefully we can make someone's day brighter.
At least, or put someone to sleep.
No sleeping. No sleeping.
One of the others. But as always, Richie V.
Teddy did.
I guess we will come to a close. Very short show tonight, but
that's all right.
It's fine.
We still covered many bases.
Yeah, we did, and we closed with that terrible topic that people don't like to talk about. But
well, it is the news, and it is what's happening. So we talk about the news once in a while too.
So this week I'm going to go see Justice League.
Okay.
This week we got WNYC Studios.
That's looking good.
There's a couple other things. We got a couple other appreciation events happening this week. I think we got Vandis this week.
Yes, we do. New York Old School Gala is this Tuesday.
The gala is this Tuesday. Yeah, leave it there. Leave it at that.
So once again, Teddy Ted, how should someone contact you if they'd like to get in contact with you?
If you would like to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is go to Twitter, type in Late Night Rich.
And that'll forward automatically to Real Ted Hicks.
There you go.
And you'll have gotten in contact with both of us.
Or you can go to the number 3 train.
Or go to the number 3 train and look for the tall guy standing there and say, "Are you Ted Hicks?"
That was